Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for March 7th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, 1933, the game Monopoly was created and trademarked by Charles Darrow. This board game, that involves buying and selling property and staying out of jail, was modeled on his favorite town, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Also on this day in 1919, Juanita Kidd Stout was born in Oklahoma. She became the first African-American woman to be elected as a judge in the United States. That was in Philadelphia. She later was appointed to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, becoming the first African-American woman to serve on that court. And on this day in history in 1965, a march by civil rights demonstrators was broken up in Selma, Alabama, by state troopers and a sheriff's posse. About 525 people began a 54-mile march from Selma to the state capital, Montgomery. They were demonstrating for African-American voting rights. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the saying, cry over spilled milk. Now, if you cry over spilled milk, it means that you get upset about something that can't be changed and has already happened. You might say, Liza was so sad that she missed my birthday party. I told her not to worry about it and that it was no use crying over spilled milk because she couldn't go back in time and change anything. The saying was made popular by a Canadian comedian in the 1830s, but it shows up in writing dating back to the mid-1600s.
Extreme.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the most active muscle in the human body? The answer is the eye muscle. Scientists estimate that this muscle moves about 100,000 times a day. Our eyes don't even get to rest while we're sleeping. One of the stages of sleep is called REM, or REM sleep, which means rapid eye movement. During this stage, you can see a sleeping person's eyes moving around in circles.
Health tips.
When you have an appetite for a certain food, it means that it's a food you really like to eat. Your favorite foods are the ones that cause you to feel the strongest appetite. Just thinking about them can make you want them, even if you've already eaten your fill and you're not truly hungry anymore. Now, if you eat based upon your desire and not true hunger, it can lead to health problems like obesity. So you need to control your appetite and not let it control you. At stake in the Civil War was the survival of the United States of America as a single nation. 11 southern states seceded from the Union in 1861 to form a nation they named the Confederate States of America. The federal government refused to allow it. Massive armies representing the Union and the Confederacy squared off in a conflict that tested the experiment in self-government as never before. In the end, the United States survived. Americans had been wrestling with the fundamental question of nationhood since the earliest days of the Revolution. In 1774, Patrick Henry rose to address the Continental Congress in one of its earliest sessions. He said, "The distinctions between Virginians, Pennsylvanians, and New Englanders are no more. I am not a Virginian, but an American." Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.